For you, what's clicked? Obviously, you didn't get the job right away, and then you got thrust into things, and here you are.
Yeah, I kind of came in the season obviously hoping to start, but that didn't really come to fruition game one. But I kind of kept that mentality and kept plugging away. And each week I've just tried to focus on improving at one thing, and stuff keeps showing up. I'm trying to correct, but I'm just kind of trying to keep attacking and getting better every week. And I think I'm starting to play some of my best football, but there's still always room for improvement. So I'm excited to see how far I can take it.
Hey, John, so Dave, it sounds like Dave might not come back this week, but he's got to come back eventually, which then means Elton's going to go somewhere, whether it's left guard or center. If you had to jump over and play right guard or any other spot, would that be difficult for you at this point?
I think it'll take me a day or two to adjust, like in practice, but I think I'd have the ability to. They put me anywhere on the O-line, I think I'd be able to adjust and feel comfortable, and wherever they need me, I think I'll definitely be able to fill in anywhere they put me.
Does that at all, enter in the back of your mind that, hey, Dave is coming back at some point, something's going to change here, that you don't necessarily know what it is?
Yeah, so I don't know when that is, if it's this week or not, but just right now I'm just focused on this week, left guard, and that's down the road if I'm moving over to the right side or not, but I'm prepared for anything.
The Chiefs set a tone pretty early in that game that they were going to come after you. Is it challenging dropping back into pass pro and knowing that you're going to get linebackers and even safeties blitzing?
Yeah, we kind of knew coming into the game with a new quarterback, young offensive line, that they were going to try to all-out blitz us, and they were able to catch us a few times, and we were able to catch them a few times. Didn't connect on some throws. I feel like our game plan for this week, it's a different defense, obviously, but the Seahawks, their back end, especially their safeties, especially number 33, he likes to play around a lot up front, and they like to bring him a lot. And I think our protection plan this week is really good, and I think having no matter what quarterback's back there, they'll be protected, and we'll be making the throws this week for sure.
When I asked you a minute ago about your progress here, you mentioned you're focusing on some things to improve on. Is there a couple things that have really stood out to you of things that you've really made some big strides on during these 8 weeks?
Yeah, I think all season my pass protection. There's been some games I've sort of struggled, but overall my pass protection is pretty good. In the run game, I'm pretty critical of myself when I watch film. I think in the run game I need to be a lot better at times. And that's just like little things here and there, whether that's my angle of departure or getting my second step in the ground, or getting vertical on double teams. And I try to focus on that stuff every week, and that's just little things that motivate me throughout the week to get better and carry that into the game. And that's the kind of mindset I take, and just try to get better at one thing every single week. And eventually, once you master that, there's more things and you can go further. So that's just kind of what my mindset has been.
You're a guard, but obviously you played a lot of left tackle in your lifetime. What's the feeling for how Elton, who was a guard, played left tackle?
I was talking to Elton. He said he feels at home at left tackle, and he's just a football player. You can put him anywhere on the offensive line at any point in the game without any practice reps, and he'll go in there and he'll do it. He's a really special player like that, really smart, knows everything that's going on, and it's kind of amazing to watch the stuff he's able to do, and just the stuff he knows going out there. He's so natural and comfortable out there on the edge, and when he last year playing left guard, center, it just looked, like I said, just so natural, and it's just really impressive the things he's able to do.
He makes it look easy, but how hard is that to actually do?
I remember last year, the Thursday night game, San Francisco, when they just moved him out to left tackle. Never played left tackle in a game ever before, and he just went out there like it was nothing, didn't even blink, and he just went out there, pitched a shutout at left tackle like it was nothing. It was insane. I had no idea what to think about it. He's just a football player for sure.
Maybe you guys are just so stuck in the moment that you don't think bigger picture at all, but you guys obviously played really well without Dave. Is there any talk among you guys about how good you guys can be as a group once Dave gets back and you get your five together?
Yeah, definitely. Dave's a phenomenal player for sure. When he comes back, we're really excited. You can tell that he's really antsy to get back out there, and we're all really happy for him. End of the day, we're a collective unit, and whoever's out there, we're going to war with each other. And having him back out there, being the leader of our offensive line room and the leader of our unit, having it on the field, I think it'd be a big boost for us. And whoever those 5 guys that are out there in the field, giving them their all, we're going to do that for our team. And having Dave back out there definitely brings some more juice and excitement. So I'm really looking forward to that.
John, anytime we ask Coach LaFleur about your unit, he always has a lot of praise for Steno and what those guys do. What, in your eyes, what makes them such good coaches, and is there anything specifically that you feel they help you with through the course of the season?
I think beginning of the year they really set the standard for what it means to, be a great player, great person, and a great teammate in the offensive line room. And off of that, we got guys like Billy, Lucas, David, those veterans who they set that standard, and they make sure that everybody's held up to it. And throughout the week, Coach Steno, Coach Buckus, they give us so much information, and it's really easy. And it's just kind of just like conversation back and forth. They make it so simple, and it's so easy to understand, so that when we go out there, we take everything they tell us from the film room onto the field, and it's just really easy to follow. He breaks stuff down, makes it real simple for us. The cut-ups that he makes are all really helpful. He's always down to talk through, slow things down. When it's pass protection or stuff that we got to pick up or be aware in the run game with safety rotations and nickel pressures and stuff like that. They just do a really good job of holding all of us to a high standard and making sure that we know our stuff and that they feel comfortable. And it's just worked so smooth ever since I've been here, and it's really awesome having both those guys. They're just doing their job at such a high level. It makes it a lot easier for us. There's no second guessing when we're out there on the field.
Matt mentioned that for Jordan, there's no substitute for the experience of being the one to step into the huddle. How have you noticed him grow in that regard in the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, Jordan, after the game, I went up to him and I was telling him his command and his composure in the huddle. There was no flinch in his eye in the huddle. Even when we were down 13-0, he was still looking us all in the eyes, giving us the play, being really confident. His demeanor, his presence, he was taking a lot of shots, a lot of unnecessary shots, but he was hanging in there. He was being tough, and as an offensive lineman, when you see that from your quarterback, you kind of feed off of that. So I was really impressed by that, and he's not really that vocal leader, but you can tell by his presence and his demeanor, we fed off of that. So I was really impressed with Jordan and how he carried himself in that first game in a crazy environment like Arrowhead was on the road, and I think that's going to carry him forward for pretty far. Having that experience as a backup, you never know going down the road what's going to happen. So I think it's really valuable for him to get that time.
John, I don't know if you saw it in the game last night. I think the Dolphins' right tackle caught a tipped pass and took it 15, 20 yards for a touchdown. It didn't count, but yeah. Who's the O-lineman in this room most likely to take a pass 20 yards and make a couple guys miss?
I'd probably say myself, but I think it would probably be Elton. I think Elton would be the one that would want that, and deservingly so. I think he talks me and him are actually talking on a Wednesday about trying to come up with a play for him where he gets the ball. But that play was hilarious, though. I saw that last night. Looked like he kind of pushed the running back out the way and take it for himself, which is ridiculous. But that's how it goes sometimes.
John, you played a lot of football before you got here, obviously. I get that. But when you watch film, does the guy wearing number 76 now look a lot different than the guy that when you watched film last year for the opportunities you got? Do you feel like you're really a long way beyond where you were when you came in?
Yeah, I think going back, looking at the guy that was playing last year, he's playing really tentative, really slow. His eyes were kind of everywhere. Still trying to feel things out. I think this year, obviously, I'm a lot more confident in what I got going on, comfortable. The game's kind of slowed down for me. just communication and like how comfortable I am with the guys in there, whether it was Josh, Lucas, Elton, Yash, whoever's out there next to me, like I feel like this time that we spent together just made us so much more comfortable. And sometimes we just have like nonverbal communication. We just kind of look at each other. We just know what each other's thinking. And I think that's like really important, especially when you're on the road and you're able to see that in the guy next to you's eyes that you know what we're both thinking on that play. So I think the familiarity and just the game has slowed down for me, I feel like, has been the biggest difference from year 1 to year 2.